Broadcasting from Miami, Florida.
Check this out.
Let's go. Welcome to 25-8 The Culture. Yeah. On who's hot and who's not. Everything hip-hop. Turn it on, turn it up, get it loud. Here we go. You're now vibing with 25-8 The Culture.
Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Pablo McAbee from 25-8 The Culture and another episode of Bars and Interviews. And I also got your host with us, D-Wise from the Big Fellas. What it do?
Yo, you already know what it is. It's your boy D-Wise in the building. We got a great artist, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get to this interview, you know what I mean? I got a lot of things to talk to this boy. Mad talented, so let's get to it, y'all.
Also in the building, my homeboy, Big Money Boy Lance, man. What's up? What it do?
Fellas, we here. Good to see you. Glad we here. As always, cupping one hand, smoking the other. Let's get to it.
All right, man, let's do this. Yo, from Miami, Florida, we got in the building. Ron, man, what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I don't want to go to work today. Listen, Monday, I gotta get up. Fuck, just my luck. Let me hit this blunt so I can escape. Imagine my job was different, did not suck. Things we do for this buck, is it ever enough for what we need? Thinking how we can proceed, moving through life unhappy. No matter how much self-help I read, afraid I might succeed. This can happen to me, change my family's life forever. Look back, never peep the effort, take the pressure. Doing okay, I could do better. Nah, what am I thinking, man? I'm tripping, about to be late. All this bullshitting, this is all you'll ever be. Look how quick that mentality can cut you off. At what cost? Taking an L, taking a loss. Make up the truth, a case of the Monday blues. Case of the Monday blues.
And, maybe I might drop this on Monday because maybe this is a case of the Monday blues.
That would be appropriate. That'd be dope. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. So before we get into it, how'd you get your name Ron? Because it's just a very simple name. It's not a crazy rapper name. Like, you know how most of these rappers got maybe 10 chains, pinky ring, something, whatever. It's just Ron. So
yeah.
How'd that come about?
Honestly, I used to go by, when I first started in high school, I used to go by RJT, and it was just my initials. You gave me Ronald Jose Torres, but then as years passed, friends and family just stopped calling me Ronald and they just started saying Ron. You get me? So I was always a big fan of like Nas and like Russ, and they used their names. So I figured like, yo, what's the most personal way to connect with people than use your real name? So I just stuck with Ron. And then I just used the RoNmusic to just build, like make it like a little brand.
Yeah. You know what? I like how you said that it's personal because you know what? When it comes to like watching you as an artist, and I've seen you, over the years develop, and I know you personally, because we bumped into each other in Miami and stuff like that. And
sure.
Your music and your videos is very personal. And it's like, the way you express yourself, it's like, I feel like I know you. Like if I didn't know, like,
Yeah.
You literally have like your day-to-day life and what you're going through or your struggles to get somewhere as an artist. One person that kind of reminds me of you, I don't really like to compare artists, but it's Russ. I don't know how you feel about that. You might be like,
Hey, people have their opinion about Russ, man, but I've always been a fan. Like he speaks the truth. He's always very honest, and I try to use that to influence my stuff and my music, man. Like that's all you can do is be as honest and genuine as possible. That's how, like, because I know my type of music, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Like I know what I'm putting out, and like I'm conscious of it. But as long as people can, like you said, like get to know me, and that's exactly what I want them to do, then I'm happy, dude. So yeah, I appreciate the comparison.
I mean that is my comparison, when it comes to your music. I know sometimes people don't like to be compared to other people, but
dude, I don't care. If my name and that for other artists are in the same sentence, dude, I'm happy, and it's like positive vibes for sure.
Yeah. Yo, D-Wise, you go ahead and take it away with your questions.
Basically, what I'm saying, happy that you on. I've been looking at your stuff, and like, yo, man, like you definitely like, I hear instead of using a lot of let's say artificial music, like, what I'm saying, I hear like, you know, I saw the music video, you had a guitar there, you had a drummer there. So you're going after real organic beats. Even if it is machine made, you're going for it was like real beats, like real stuff. Like instead of getting the machine that's doing the drum beat, let's use real drums. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
right, no.
that was what's up. So that was the art of creating music into the rap or whatever. But the one I like the most, and the title slipped in my head, please say the title, when you was like, you're in a church setting and there's real no music going around, you're just like basically, it's like open format poetry. You're rapping, but it's open format. What's the title of that?
That's called Dreams. Yeah.
Dreams is the dopest shit that I appreciate that you put out so far. Not that your other stuff's whack, but I fucked with that shit. I love how you set it up. I love the setting. I love at the end, I believe you got your father on the phone talking about how he came to the country, he had you and shit. The whole setup, the idea behind everything, that shit was hard, yo. So hats off to you. So as far as my question is going to be like, who inspired you to be like, who you are in this game? And like, how do you feel about, that project in general? And how'd you come up with the idea for that project?
Honestly, like when I first started, every artist kind of goes through it, is trying to find their sound. You get me? So I definitely tried to rap like what was hot at the time. You get me? But it just didn't feel natural. It felt like I was trying too hard. You get me? And then as time progressed and I got into different types of hip hop, like the J. Cole, Eminem, Kanye, Common, Talib Kweli, like all these lyrical based rappers, that's when I knew, I was like, that's when it clicked. Like, this is what I want to do. You get me? So, and then what inspired that project was just like, one day I was just running through old photos because I was making like a video for my mom for like her birthday and like old photos of family and stuff. And then I figured like, yo, enough has happened for me to write a story where it's from literally beginning to end, from when I was born to where I'm at that time. And let me try to explain it as best as I could. And then Dreams was just part of that project. And it happened amazingly. Honestly, I got lucky with that, to be honest.
There's certain people that like rap bar for bar, like they try to do it. And then there's certain people that put in the category of storytelling. And that song right there was like a perfect storytelling song. Like, you feel me? Like, you gotta listen to it the whole end. Like, you got the beginning, the middle, the end. Like when the college professor say, I need a thesis, I need the beginning. Like, you did that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. So I appreciate it.
I'm glad you got that from it, because that's exactly what I was trying to show. You get me? And it's not always the easiest too, because like you want to make the popular stuff. You want to make the stuff that slaps, the shit that like people are gonna hear it and like, damn, I can hear this on the radio. But like, I know my stuff is not for that, but if it happens to get there, amazing. But how you're reacting and we just met, that's what makes me like the happiest about all of this. That reaction, and we just met, so that's great.
That's what's up, man. Hats off to you, man, because it's like, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Man, yeah. So you came up with a generation where it was like, music has definitely changed a little bit and made curves, and it's like, it's about the beat and not about the message or the lyricism in it. You know what I'm saying? So, stay against the grain, man. Hats off to you. Go ahead, Lance. That's what you got to ask.
Yeah, definitely. I fuck with the track Posted. Like that's my shit. Like bump that like on repeat. I'm like, yo, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm driving through the hood and shit, and I get a couple like, hey, yo, but it's like, I'm like, yo, bro, don't get mad at me because you're not up on game. You know what I'm saying? It's raw music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But how would you describe your music to people who I guess would never have heard you or your style?
Honestly, to just put one word on it, experimental. Like, I don't want to say every track I'm dropping is the most lyrical, but I'm definitely trying to be. And I'm also trying to like also have a little bit of this, have a little bit of that. Like I'm a big movie fan. So like all the beats that me and my partner make, my boy Andrew at the Bull, great dude. I've learned so much from that guy. If it wasn't for him specifically, like, I don't think we'd be having this conversation type shit. But I'm a big fan of movies. So like I take a lot of score aspects. I'm a big fan of all of it. So like trying to take that and explain it to somebody is just, it's experimental. Just give it a shot. Keep an open mind. It's not this, it's not that. It's a mix of everything.
Yeah, I even like how you broke it down.
Yeah, and just trying to have fun, to be honest. Like there was a point in time where I was expecting too much. I was like, I would post something and like I wouldn't get the hits or the views that I was like hoping for, or like, yo, this is dope. How are people not reacting to this? And it got to me. It fucked with me. But now I'm just back on that tip with just like, yo, just go back to the basics, go back to the beginning, and just have fun. Like, if it's good to you, that should be enough. You know, and I know I'm not the only one that goes through that, you know, and like artists or no artists, like just those negative vibes can get stuck there and like become real. And Posted was one of those songs where like, yo, I smoke weed and I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna do it my way. So like, fuck it, let's do it with a guitar. Let's do it with a drummer. Like, let's do it different, you know?
Facts.
For sure.
And it definitely comes through. It definitely does come through. It's fire too, bro.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Hell yeah.
I wanted to talk about your album covers. So, you know, really album covers don't really impress me because they're all, to me, kind of seem like the same, like, you know, a rapper posted in front of a car, or
right,
guns, or having money, or maybe, you know, or all of the above. But every single time that I saw you post something on IG and you like, you know, you would drop a single like every week or whatever like that, I felt like you had the most amazing album cover art because it was literally a picture of you in a stroller as a toddler or a picture of you and your actual mother. And I just thought that was so, it was like a time capsule, like, you know, just like going back. And I just feel like when you did that, it's like you really let like your audience or your fans that support you like really into your life. And like, yo, when I would see it, I'm like, yo, this is dope. Like, it was like, yo, like if I was an artist, like, you know, like you had me like looking at photos of myself when I was a kid. I'm like, yo, let me post a picture when I was 6 or whatever.
Right.
If I was an artist. And I just love the one of like you and your mother, like it looks like you're at the beach, and then the other one that you're in a stroller, and it's just like, yo, to me, like what made you come up with that idea? Like just like how you're saying, like you just had enough pictures and stuff, and you just like what made you do that instead of being like on your skateboard or something else, like, you know?
I try to tailor the covers to the song. You get me? Like it's very easy to just post a picture of myself, you know, but at the end of the day, like the music is me. So like the less I'm on it, the better, to be honest. So I try to tailor the covers to the song. And then like that song specifically, like we had made the beat, we had wrote it, we had recorded it. And then I figured like, it just hit me. Like I have that picture in my apartment and it's like my favorite picture of me and my mom. I'm like, yo, this song is about my mom. Fuck it, let's use this, you know, like how personal, how much more personal can it get? This is the real thing. This is where it's coming from. And, but like that, man, I just like to try to bring people into what I was thinking. Cause I know my songs, I say a lot. And if you're not really listening, you'll miss a lot too. And I understand that. So hopefully when you see the covers, like, okay, this is going to be about A, B, and C or whatever, you know, but also to get your attention, because look, dude, like we had just met like not too long ago, and like, yo, we've kicked it before, but like the way that you react to that is what I'm looking forward to. You get me?
Yeah, and even your most recent cover that you put, that you're just like, it looks like you're just in your apartment just kicking back. And I just love, you know, I've always said this to myself about other things in my life called like, yo, you just have to do the basics. And it's like, yo, once you get the basics covered, you build like a foundation for success. So I just love the title, like Back to Basics, like, you know? So, and then it just looks like you probably just had like a long day of probably skateboarding, recording, working out, you know, that's like the content that you have like, you know, on your Instagram page, like that's what you do. And it's just like, yo, I just need to relax and just watch the Hulk or something.
Play video games, smoke a J, chill, not do nothing.
On to my next question. What inspired you to, you know, to rap, and when did you get started? Like, you know?
I can't remember the exact year, but I know I was 16 and I actually started by accident. I went over to a neighbor's house and we were like really tight at the time, my friend Leo, and he had like a little shitty headset microphone. He was messing with, I don't know what the program was, but it was able to record vocals and you could put music into it. And like, we just started messing around. And they're hanging out and it looked just like so much fun. And I already had been a rap fan at the time. So I was like, yo, I'm down to try. I mean, I was trash. Like it was so bad, but that's how we started. And then it just progressed. I just kept doing it. And then it became something I was just doing for fun, to where like okay, damn, like this is how I process stuff. Like I can like sometimes write things better than I can speak it, which is kind of crazy, but and also, yo, I'm not gonna lie, there was one day I showed a rhyme to my brother and he literally looked at me like, yo, this is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. What are you doing? Stop it right now. Like, and just wanting to prove him wrong, because me and him we're super competitive and stuff. So just wanting to prove him wrong, I guess, like help keep it going too. But and now he's like my biggest fan, man. He's like been the most supportive. So it's been amazing.
That's what's up. Yeah, you had a question, D-Wise?
Nah, it's just as far as saying with your music, what is your, and I always ask this, and you know what I'm saying, I think it's important because of where would you see yourself, you know what I mean? Like, what's the end game with this? Like, would you want to open doors with your music? Would you want to open, like, you know, start a record label? Would you do like the, Will Smith, LL Cool J route, use my music to get to acting? Like, what's the end game with your music, you would say?
Honestly, the end game for me, I've actually struggled with that for a while. Like, what do I want out of this? How much am I willing to put in, and how much am I willing to like sacrifice? And I feel like I've done it this long already, so it's like a part of me. But the end game, honestly, I came to that like realization with myself that like, dude, I just love music. So any way I can be around it, whether I'm rhyming, whether I'm just writing the song, I'm in the studio, I'm helping engineer, I'm setting up mics, just being in that atmosphere, dude, that's amazing to me. And like, yo, if a song hits, it hits. And then if a career comes from it and I'm able to make money and quit my job, and dude, I'm all for it. I want it all, to be honest. But no, I'm not trying to act or nothing. Like, I'm not a good actor.
Everyone has a different approach. Some people's like, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to be the biggest businessman you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to open up a studio, or I'm going to take this money, or, you know what I mean? Like, some people want the Mace route. I want to have a flashy suit and be the man. Some people want the, like, nah, I just want to be a part of music and be behind the scenes. That's why I said I want to see what you want to do with it. And what do you want to be remembered for when it's all said and done?
Honesty. Like, no matter what, like, how as far as I go in this, like, you hear my music, you hear Ron, you hear RoNmusic, you see one of my clips, one of my photos, one of my pictures, it's honesty. It's just like, this is genuine stuff. This is like really who he is. Like, this is who you're getting, who you'll meet in person. And that's why I try to show like my apartment. That's why I try to show my family. Like, I try to show my dog, like me skating, like what I do on the side for fun, what I do outside of music. Because I just want it to be as honest as possible. For sure. So yeah, if I could be remembered for that, I'm good.
What's your biggest cultural influences that made you? And it can be like more than one thing. It doesn't just have to be like, you know, somebody that was a rapper. It could be, you know, anything, even if it's your parents or whatever. Like, what is the biggest influence that made you?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you hit it right there, dude. My parents, for sure. I used to think I used to look up to like celebrities and athletes and all of that. But at the end of the day, that's a whole other league. That's a whole other level. Like, when I got to finally be able to appreciate like who my parents were for them, because I was kind of like, I wasn't the most like honest and most open with them growing up. That happened later, like just these last couple of years maybe, where I was like, no, this is what's going on. I tell them everything now. So they've been the influence for all of this, at least keeping it going as long as I have, for sure. Coming from another country, come from Nicaragua, and like having everything over there to losing everything, coming over here with nothing, building it back up. And it's like, it sometimes kicks me in the ass too when I get down about stupid shit that I shouldn't be down about. And it's kind of like, yo, just look at your mom, look at your dad. They literally did this from nothing, and you're here like crying about some stupid shit. Like, it makes no sense. So like they've been the influence for all of it, and they still are, man. Because like for me to be able to retire my parents is like a dream. Like, yo, you're good. Like, quit right now. Fuck your job. Give your boss the middle finger. Like, ride the fuck out. You're good. That's the goal, man. So.
I think we all co-signed that statement right there.
Ah, for sure. Dude.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Want to co-sign, you know, mom or dad or our family members or our loved ones to be like, yo, you guys don't got to work no more.
Yeah, like you're set. Like, especially how helpful they've been like over the years with everything. Like whether it's support, even finances sometimes, dude, like things got tough. How they are with my brother, how they are with like my grandparents, just them in general. Like being able to finally see them and appreciate that for real, like it's crazy. it kind of makes you like emotional and kind of like messes with me because it took me so long to see that. You get me? Because you take it for granted, to be honest.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your favorite song that you've written?
Oof, that's hard.
There's so many.
God knows what else I've like forgotten, but favorite song that I've written definitely has to be Dreams is up there for sure. Dreams is up there because at that time it's just like, dude, I had never been this honest. I had never let people in that much to where I'm telling you my issues and I'm telling you what's going on, and it's not all pretty. I'm not always okay or whatever, and it's cool to like put that out and be that vulnerable, especially because I was so scared to do it for so long. So Dreams for sure is up there, man. And how it just came together, dude. It's just like 4 to 5 minutes of just rapping. Like that's hard to do and keep people's attention. Like that's not easy. So just that whole song, like how it came together and writing it. And to this day, man, like I listen to it and I watch the video and I forget. I'm like, yo, this shit is dope. Like this shit goes hard. Like so for sure, Dreams, definitely.
Dreams. All right, cool. All right. So what would be your dream feature?
Oof.
You get a phone call and this person wants you on their record. Who's on the other end of that phone?
J. Cole all day. J. Cole all day.
J. Cole all day.
All day. It would have been Eminem. But honestly, like I'm always an M fan. M is the GOAT. Like he's the GOAT to me. But just J. Cole and just being able to like be lyrical, but also like make shit that slaps to today's time and today. Like no matter how old you are, you can listen to J. Cole and how his character and how he was that dude that was like with the chains and the clothes and all that shit. And he was just like, yo, fuck this shit is whack. It's nothing. So yeah, hell yeah. Like, dude, I try to tag Dreamville and everything I post. Like I'll send shit to like in the DM to Dreamville. Like I've DM Russ like a million times. Like maybe one day something will hit, but J. Cole all day for sure.
Yo, J. Cole, man, holla at my boy, yo.
I got his tour shirt right there, dude. I've seen him like 4 or 5 times. Like it's crazy.
J. Cole get a lot of love on this show.
Yeah.
That's one of those storyteller MCs. You feel what I'm saying? Like for real.
Yeah.
You already answered the question who you said the GOAT was, so you gave Eminem the GOAT status. So being out of Miami, who do you think the GOAT of hip hop is in Miami?
Ooh. Honestly, like it might get a little like shit, but to be honest, people sleep on Pitt, man. Like when I was in middle school and he was local as fuck and he was dropping those mixtapes, like he was spitting. Like I look back and listen to his old shit and I'm like, yo, Pitt was snapping on this shit. And then he just went his route. But it's either between Pitbull and Rick Ross. I'm a big Rick Ross fan. Like no matter what people say about him, like I love Ross. His flow is legendary. Like the guy has his catalog speaks for itself. Like so I'm a huge Rick Ross fan, and the way he reps Miami, like it's pretty dope. So but to be able to, what's that? My bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick you back off that because we're from Miami. Yeah. Yo, Pitt is a beast, yo.
That's what I'm saying. Like people forget. Like if he would have just stopped and like be like, look, I have all this money, Mr. Worldwide, and all that shit, but like, don't forget where I came from, what I can do. Yo, he would come out of nowhere and kill shit. I think so.
Yeah, I remember like, because I've heard Pitbull. I've heard a lot of people from South Florida, like even Ace Hood before he signed. Like I've heard their stuff before they flew. Pitbull was on a different route. He was talking about guns and thug life. He was a whole different person. Diddy got to his ear and said, you want to do this or you want to make some real money? Mr. Worldwide came from that.
And then
so how you going to take it? Like, you want to stay here or you want to be Mr. Worldwide?
Exactly. And I can't tell you too many people that won't make that same decision, to be honest. You get me? Like, I think, like, just speaking about him specifically, the fact that he did come up the way he did, having that Uncle Luke cosign and, like, coming up through, like, performing at strip clubs and shit like that, just grimy-ass spots. Like, he has that street cred. So I don't blame him for, like, taking that route. But I think if he dropped, like, a little tape, like a little EP, just bars, oh, he would snap. For sure.
He's done with that. He's done. He's worldwide. He ain't coming back to the street. He ain't coming back there. He wants you to know that his shoes cost more than your car. That is it.
So what's the latest project that you have out that the viewing audience should be looking out for?
Well, right now I'm on this like little campaign of like a verse a week. So I'm trying to keep that going for honestly as long as I can, just keeping that momentum and just dropping content. But behind that, I have this little 4-song EP called Midnight Confessions. And that one we should be finishing that up for like March. And that should be cool because that one's a lot more personal as far as like love life. And I haven't really put stuff out like that. And then we got super experimental. Like I was saying earlier, we brought in the drummer, we brought in like a bass player, we brought in a guitarist. Like we really produced this from like from the ground up. And it was dope being a part of it because I'm not a musician. I don't know how to play anything, but just being there and like seeing them speak their language, it's crazy. So I'm super hyped to like share that and like share it with people for sure. We're about like, I want to say like 85% there. So we're close for sure.
So
what genre? So if rap disappeared tomorrow from this earth, what genre would you listen to in music?
Oh, rock for sure.
Okay.
I'm a big rock fan. Like to be honest, before I got into rap, I was a huge rock fan, like huge punk rock, skater kid. Like that was the vibe. And I used to like despise hip hop, to be honest. Like I had friends that were huge fans and would try to get me into it. I'm like, I don't like this. But then you just meet certain people and they kind of, you get along with them and they introduce you to other things that you do like, and it just took off from there. But I'm a huge rock fan, classic rock.
So who was the rock people you were listening to? Who was the rock influence?
Right now, honestly, I've been huge on the Black Keys right now. They've been huge on my sound and like influence and just their music. I work out to it, I chill to it, I smoke to it, I can vibe to it. Whole other side of it, Blink-182. I've always been a Blink-182 fan. Jimmy Eat World, just Green Day, just a bunch of punk old school bands that were like from their time was like the 2000s, but they're still killing it, you know, like. But right now, for sure, the Black Keys. The Black Keys, I'm a huge fan.
Okay, as a smoker,
yeah,
Dutchess or paper?
Nah, I'm cones all day, bro.
Cones all day.
Yeah,
really?
The stuff them. It makes it so easy. It's so convenient. Nah, man. It's so like I'm not the greatest roller. And I was just like, yo, this is so time consuming. I could already be like blazing. So I just get a cone. I buy the huge pack where it brings like 30. Lasts me a couple months and stuff. So
yeah, trust me, we know it's time consuming because he has to. Several blunts for the show, and it takes him.
We got people waiting.
That's good. I need what I need, baby. You know what I'm saying? Got to get ready.
It's always a vibe. You always got to set it.
Facts.
All right. So the segment of the show was called Bars and Interviews. So now is the bar section of the show. So let me know if you're gonna freestyle something or you're gonna drop a debut song.
I got you. I'll spit some shit. I was practicing this the other day. See what you guys think.
All right. We ready. Let's go.
You think what I do is easy, huh? Just put words on a page, take the stage, try to connect with people no matter the age, old or young. Oh, no. Try not to sound too smart or too dumb. Just enough to understand where I'm coming from. Been a minute, but we've only just begun. Been putting in work, going berserk, kicking up dirt. Coming through the door violently, fuck silently. You will not silence me. I don't think you understand fully. I will not be bullied. I don't fuck with. Spark the wick, the fuse has been lit. About to blow this hip hop shit out the water. That's on my mama, on my father. Pick up a pen, don't bother. In a room with a monster, in the studio getting stronger.
Woo!
Bars.
Damn. What inspired you to write that?
I didn't feel like telling a story. I just wanted to remind people I can rap. Sometimes you gotta do that. You just gotta talk your shit.
Yo, man, bars.
Man, but honest to God, like I always told myself, like, damn, I need to learn how to freestyle. Like, I need to do that. but it's so fucking hard, dude. But like one day I'll get it. I'll get that shit. I just gotta practice.
You know what? I mean, I feel you on that because, you know, sometimes like hanging out in the studio and being around people like, yo, you should rap. I'm like, nah, man, it's not for me.
Right.
Or
it's like the first thing you tell somebody, like, oh, I'm Ron, like, yo, check out my music. Like, oh shit, you rap? Spit something. Like and for those moments you gotta be put on the spot. Like, yo, sometimes like in those moments, like, yo, every verse you could have ever written is gone. So like to be able to freestyle and be like, okay, let me just get off on this dude's like hat or what's around him. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I never was able to. But one day we'll get there.
You know who I noticed that's a great writer, but he can't freestyle is Kanye West. Like, you know,
Kanye just knows how to flow. Like he knows how to like he knows where he's at all times on the beat. So that's why he can get away with just saying his nonsense or whatever he's saying at the time, whatever. But yeah, no, for sure. You'd be surprised how many can like write for sure, but can't freestyle, or people that can freestyle, hat, and they'll go off on your hat or whatever, but they can't write a song.
Yeah. It's be like some people can freestyle and can't write anything, or some people can battle rap and then they can't go in the studio and translate that. You know what I'm saying? It's two different sides of the brain. You know what I'm
exactly. And I feel like you have to sometimes pick and choose. You have to pick which one you want to focus on. And I think a long time ago, I focused on like, nah, man, I just want to write good songs. Like, it's cool to be able to do that. I respect the fuck out of it. I love it. But what I wanted to get good at is the songs. You know, things people are going to go back to, things people are going to work out to, things that people are going to smoke to, like all of that. Because it's a small community of like diehard freestyle, like battle rap fans like that. They love that shit to death. But like for me, I didn't want to try to be fake with it. So like when people ask me, can you free? Like, nah, man, that's not me, dude. I'll give you some written shit. But
like just, thinking about myself, I'm like, yo, man, I've always wanted to make like 3 songs in the studio. Like, like a club song, a hip hop song or whatever, just to see like how it sounds. Like even if I never release it, just to know whatever. But
no, man, release that shit. Who cares?
I feel like
as many as you want.
My style would be like a talking style because like I can't rap fast like that. I'd be like, yo, what it do? It's your boy P. Let's go. We out here. And like, yo, when you be listening to like rappers like Snoop Dogg, it's like 1, 2, 3 and 2. Oh, listen to Rick Ross, I'm like, yo, he's just like really talking. I'm like, maybe I should just talk and put a behind it. I might blow up.
Honestly, I had to learn this the hard way because it's funny that you guys give me so much hype for Dreams and cool. That song is amazing. But when I met with my boy Andrew, he was like, yo, this sounds good, but like technically this is wrong because you're not on time. You're not on beat. You're not with the metronome. You're not here where you should have. And it woke me up, dude. I was like, dude, I was doing this for years, just kind of like that spoken word, like just kind of rap talk kind of vibe.
You're doing that blue face, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I just got away with it sounding good, but learning that and like how Snoop can do that and just talk, but he is on beat. He hit 1, 2, 3 and 2. Like he's there. And if you find your pocket, just like Ross has his pocket, dude, Paul, you got that shit, dude, for sure.
Well,
don't be scared to be different because you gotta remember, like music is always. This is music. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's music. But see what James Brown did, he didn't go on the 1s and 2s. He went on the 3s and 4s. You know what I'm saying? So that blew everyone's mind like, oh shit, like what is this? And James Brown had the thing. That's what said like, that's really one of the godfathers of music because he had a thing where he's like, everything's a drum. I don't give a fuck if it doesn't make sense musically what you're doing. If the trumpet is going on this and it sounds good, I don't give a fuck that it's not written musically. So you gotta do what sounds good, what feels good. So if you're rapping off beat, but it's selling, it feels good, it sounds good, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? For real.
No, you're right. I guess I just got into that mode where like, this is something I should know. You get me? Like I went so long doing that type of style. Like I got into the studio with real musicians and I was so lost. I was like, I need to catch up because if not, I'm gonna be left behind. So, and there's always somebody working, dude. So there's always somebody coming in for your spot. There's somebody right after you, bro. Like you're promoting your shit, they're promoting their shit right after you, like right behind you. So
also, too, like sometimes it could be very intimidating to feel like, yo, like you may feel like you're left behind. But you know what? Like I've learned from like say the podcast game and the DJ game is like, yo, I gotta compete with myself because I might see a dope ass DJ that's been a DJ for 40 years and they can, you know, DJ with their eyes closed and spin around and do all this crazy stuff. And there could be like a 7-year-old kid that's better than me. And I'm like, oh man, like these are my competition. I'm like, I'm gonna compete with myself. I'm gonna find my own lane. And you know, and make my money and my happiness and whatever. But it's just, to me, I feel like you got to compete with yourself. You know?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Getting out of your own way is crucial. Getting out of your own way. That's been the biggest thing for me. Getting out of my own way, because I am a pretty private person, like in my real life. So like putting so much out there it's nerve-wracking because it's just like, damn, what if people think I'm like this like super like emotional ass dude or whatever? But then like just getting out of that, like who gives a fuck, bro? Put this shit out, like who cares?
The message to all that is like you have to run your own race. Don't worry about the person behind you, in front of you,
exactly.
left and right of you. You got to run your own race because I mean, think about the geniuses that ran their own race. You feel what I mean? Like Michael did shit that was unheard of. Prince did shit that was unheard of. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, James Brown did that. Yo, fucking Phil Collins dropped his beat 3 minutes and 30 seconds within his song. Who the fuck does that? And In the Air Tonight is still one of the dopest beats, and you can anticipate it. And you know you ain't gonna hear the beat drop until 3 minutes and 30 seconds in the shit. But you're gonna listen. You know what I mean? That's just shit that exactly when you're like, oh, like, that's all you care about. And he didn't drop that until he's a drummer. Of course he knows how to drop beats, and you know what I mean? He knows the game, but he's like, watch this. Then I'm gonna wait until 3 minutes, 30 seconds, then I'm gonna drop this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, that's ill.
Dude, and that song is a game changer. That shit's still around, and it's still as epic as it was when it first came out.
Oh man, I was so surprised when I came to
Dade County. It's like a universal thing everybody knows.
Yeah, like Tyson brought it back in Hangover, but I was so surprised in Dade County when I went to the strip club and they were playing that song. I'm like, this is not what I want to hear. But when that beat dropped, that money came from everywhere. Like, oh damn.
Sure. So, that's awesome.
I'm a fan of like untraditional rap. You know, like Kanye West does it. You know, Andre 3000 does it, you know, like with Spody, Odie, Dopalicious, Angel. It was just different. You feel me? So, you know, like sometimes it doesn't always have to be the Future or the Jeezy, like, or the T.I., just a regular, you know, hip hop song. You know, they're great in what they do. But sometimes the untraditional rap is amazing because it's unexpected, you know, to be like, well, how come this hasn't dropped yet? Or how come they're singing or doing melody stuff or rock or whatever. And then it's like, yo, they end up becoming creative genius. And then, you know, people end up loving them and they become a millionaire. That's why
I'm a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar too, because I feel like he's different. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hell yeah. And he's different. And the fact that he was able to go, I guess, like be mainstream is amazing, you know, because it gives artists like me who are aspiring to be known, like, oh shit, you can be yourself and like get there. That's why, like, I love the J. Cole's, I love the Eminems, because they're that level, that GOAT status, and they were just themselves, like, oh, every day of it. It's hard to do. It's hard to do.
Yeah, Eminem's a monster. We talk about it all the time. Like, Eminem's a monster, you know? Like,
every time he drops some shit, I'll open up the lyrics on Genius and try to follow, and it's incredible. It's incredible. People give him a lot of shit for his new stuff, but it's just like, yo, they don't understand that he's on this level. He doesn't need to put out like radio bangers, because no matter what he does, it's just fired if you're really listening to that shit. Yeah. You can listen to that shit at least 8-9 different times, and you'll catch a line you didn't catch the prior time. It's crazy.
He perfected making sense out of senselessness.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? If you can follow what I'm saying on that one. Like, exactly. That's what he did.
And how he speaks so clear. You hear every word, like everything is boom, boom, boom. Like, it's crazy. It's insanity. It's incredible.
All right, man. So before we wrap up the interview, I want you to go ahead and shout anybody out, tell people where they can find you, find your music.
Shout out to my boy Andrew at the Bull Productions in North Miami Beach. They've been super helpful out there. They've shown me so much. It's crazy how much they've learned, like I've learned from them, and how much they've been willing and wanting to help. It's incredible. Shout out to my boy Vinny. He helps like manage all my stuff. He's helping me try to like get ads together and like do this correctly and set up a plan. my family, my brother, my friends, anybody watching you guys, anybody who decides to click on my stuff, gets curious. My name is RoNmusic _ RoNmusic91, the website. I just made a link tree. I just got up on that, so it's all there now. Spotify, Apple Music, RoNmusic. And yeah, dude, this was awesome. I appreciate having me on, man. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yo, hey, just everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that button, leave a comment. You know what I mean? We do it for y'all. So I appreciate everybody watching, for sure.
Definitely. I know the vibes. Appreciate y'all tuning in with us, man. You know it.
All right,
thanks for vibing. Thanks for vibing with 25-8 The Culture. 25 hours in a day, 8 days in a week, all grind and no sleep. Always remember, money over nonsense. Always. Thanks for rocking with us. Another segment of Bars and Interviews with Ron. Peace.
So I came up with this little idea. I'm gonna try to put out a little verse every week, see what happens. Listen. Had to go get some thicker skin, find out who I am from within. Now we begin the real work, reassert my dominance, confidence. Pass the bottle like it's bottomless. I'm not liable for the consequence. They'll understand like it's common sense. I never knew I wanted to be an actor. Didn't think a pandemic would play a factor. All starring in the movie we are currently living. Man, I'm tripping. Let me tell you a story. I've been stressed out lately. Maybe I can turn it off safely, shut it down, blast off to another world just for the night where nothing's wrong. It'll be alright, escape the moment. I've been chosen to stay, hoping I can stay focused. It's been the lowest, praying they would not notice. Old and COVID, damn got sick, they're trying to get rid of the kid. God forbid, before my thoughts get dark, let me restart, no regrets, please reset. Trying to prevent, don't want this to happen again. A stranger in my own skin who's making my road spin. Out of control, here we go. Another episode, another few months alone. Go on a trip, explore the unknown. Learning self-control, get to know my shadow. Although we met before a long time ago, when you let me borrow things I lacked and could not see. Qualities I could not see in me. Met my limit, about to explode. Made it out of my black hole. Dreamer will be engraved on my tombstone when I'm gone. When I'm gone.